my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't buy or believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tents. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I?
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him. In the backfield.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing here, Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action here, Corral. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Corral. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long, Corral. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Strong. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Strong. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 36, Corral. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Corral throwing for it on fourth. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
Hubbard trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Hubbard again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
I got you. Switch.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Corral, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On second down, Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Off play action. Here's Corral. That caught by Trimble. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Corral with it on first down. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Corral looking to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got him this great field position. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40. The 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On first down, Strong. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a first and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Strong. for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Fourth down. Strong. That one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to move back in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Fakes the handoff here. Corral. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Kentavious Street, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got? Nike, 18. We got double up.
On 1st down, it's Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Here's Corral on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10. Strong. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Strong.
There's Chris Olave.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
In motion left here, Landry. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Corral. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. A CD that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They are certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Throw left side to Higgins. Touchdown Panthers. Rashard Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Panthers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Strong. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right. Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
You got 4. You got 4. Check nickel. Shoot.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaiah Pacheco, 30 yards. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Better, petty don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan